Here's Spiderman running on PS5. I think we can all agree, looking at him swinging around, that this is a nice looking game, polished to perfection. You know what it isn't though? It isn't impressive. Modern consoles can do this kind of thing in their sleep. You know what's impressive? Limitations and breaking through them. I got thinking about this playing a few 3D games in my new Game Boy Micro I picked up this year. I know I'm late to the party, but it's a lovely wee thing. And seeing devs use Mode 7 effects or making first-person shooters and even Max Payne work well on it is brilliant. But no body of work is more impressive for the Game Boy Advance than Velez and Dubail, two developers who seem to be trusted to make their own 3D engine and churn out handheld versions of Atari and Ubisoft licenses at the time. Their first game for the system was V-Rally, and just looking at it for the first time was enough to get me interested. Here's real geometry, coupled with real arcade driving physics. I know there's a bit of warping around the edges of the frame, but if you switch to the dashboard view, that hides the issue, and you're left with a seriously impressive little racer. It plays fast and smooth enough to almost feel like a first wave PS1 title. And although that sounds like a backhanded compliment, you have to remember this is running on a tiny Game Boy. Velez and Dubail would tweak their engine further to allow character movement in their Asterix and Obelix game. I've never played it, but looking at footage is fascinating. It's a really clever solution to solving 3D space in a platformer. Having little sprites for the characters means they can have lots of cartoony expression while they navigate around. It's brilliant. The pair would combine their work on these two games for their almighty conversion of Driver 3. This game has two fully modelled, free roaming cities full of cars and characters milling about. It's a miracle they got all that in and working on a Game Boy Advance, and it's arguably better than its big brother in PS2. This footage is all from the first city, Miami, because I'm playing the beginning of the game in an emulator, but on my Game Boy Micro I've reached the second city of Nice. Some of the missions along the way have actually had some of that trademark driver cinematic quality to them, and the solution for third-person shooting is simple but fun for folk like me who are shite at shooting games. But my personal choice for their best game on the Advance has to be Stuntman. The PS2 game is already one of my favourites, but seeing pretty much an accurate recreation of that on Game Boy is something else. Alright, so all the complex physics that made Stuntman on PS2 so impressive is gone, but in its place are some really creative solutions to keep the excitement up. It's actually surprising how similar a lot of the levels are, right down to the London docks and the highway chase later. I think this guy's face might be a step too far though. Yikes! So yeah, while we're living in a golden age of beautiful, smooth, polished, quality games, it's important not to forget that sometimes games can transcend harsh limitations to achieve truly impressive results.
Moi je vais faire la conversation.